Brian Long has enjoyed a successfully varied career in the worlds of rock and roll music promotion and off-Broadway theater production. Yet, like many entrepreneurs, Brian has recently expanded his career, this time by calling on his proven client relations and promotion skills while testing the potential of his theater and movie production ideals. With a brand new theater company up and running in the Poconos in partnership with his girlfriend, writer Sarah Schwab, and his first movie production collaboration with Hollywood actress Karen Allen, heading for film festival competitions with a hopeful eye towards an Academy Award nomination, Brian is once again riding the waves of success that even he terms as surprising. You're a strategic thinker, so I'm sure you've had a vision of a plan. Where do you see this going? What is your ideal?
I think for me, what I want to be able to do is just deal with, a few people that I very much care about and work on the projects that they're a part of. That might be producing one film a year that Karen is directing, maybe producing a film that one of my writing clients has written. It's certainly trying to run this theater company in the Poconos.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's a not-for-profit company, and it does have 3 missions as opposed to Rattlestick, which had 1 mission. It has an artist's mission, which is similar to Rattlestick's in that I'm looking to try to help develop American artists, whether that's writers, directors, or actors, and giving them opportunities to hear their work done and to get work, and to cultivate our artists, especially in the world of playwriting and theater. The second part of the mission is an audience development mission. I don't think we spend enough time as theater companies as a whole focused on the fact that theater is wonderful, but it's not so good if you don't have people that are coming to see it. And there's a whole age group that supported so much theater back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, that we're starting to see that generation of people slowly getting too old to attend theater or passing. So we need to have that next generation of audiences, and I think that's important. So what I want to be able to do is develop audiences. I want people to come to these readings. I offer the reading series I'm doing right now, it's free, but yet I have these very well-known actors come, so I'm hoping to get 20-somethings, 30-somethings to come, check it out, try it, and see if they feel the same thing I did when I would see theater, which is it's truly an awesome and wonderful art form. And then the third category I would call is kind of a community development mission, which is, I think theater should impact the community from a cultural perspective and a financial perspective. So it would be nice if I could find a way to start producing legitimate runs of shows, maybe 18 performances, do it during the summer. It helps tourism, helps the community's restaurants and art shops and antique places and different businesses in the area, draw in tourism. So I want to make both a cultural and financial impact to the community.
What do the people who you've worked with in New York theater, what's their take on what you're doing?
I haven't asked for a lot of feedback, but the people that I brought into town who see what I'm doing, they get a smile on their face. They get it. They appreciate what I'm trying to do, and they're willing to come into town to support me as an artist if I need to call on them. But sure, they expect me to be able to make something happen.
Why does it matter to you to do big things like this?
A lot of the early part of my career was in trying to get recognition and be looked at as someone who made things happen. Now I just do it because I enjoy it, or I pick things that I enjoy because it'll be fun or interesting or new to me. But the ego part isn't nearly as much of it anymore. Now it's I want to be able to help people that I really like. If I do my job well and we work well together, I can help make someone's career progress much better than they probably could have done it on their own. So things go well, you can really help someone make a career for themselves and do special things and create great art. And I think that's fun to do.
If you had to use one word to describe your career, what would that be?
Surprising.
Because?
I came out of nowhere, right? I didn't have mentors. I didn't have a path laid out in front of me. I made this up as I went along. So people who might have known me when I was 17 and that's the last they knew me. If they then saw me now and found out what I had accomplished, I'm sure it would shock a lot of people.
Does it ever shock you?
Yes. It surprises me all the time. I don't know how it happened, but...
Well, the hard work ethic might have something to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, you got to do all that. You got to work hard, and you got to make good decisions and all that. But still, there's a lot of things that have to go right. A lot of things always go wrong, but you also need you need a few of those things to go right.
How are you sleeping these days?
I sleep pretty good.
Better than you used to when you were in the city?
Stress is a big thing. When you're trying to make things happen, there's a lot of it. Maybe a little less right now, so I sleep pretty good at night.
Is there anything about what you do and how you do it that you would want to make sure that people understand?
You have to be able to listen to what someone is looking to do, and then you have to be able to translate what you hear into a plan. That's one thing I've been good at, is like hearing a problem, hearing a need, hearing something, and then figuring out how to solve that through a strategy. And that has always been the key, and I've been able to do that in many different fields.
Do you ever find that artists don't really know what it is they want?
No, I think they all do. Maybe some of them don't articulate it as well, or some of them are a little vaguer about it. Like some people are just like, yeah, I want to get more TV and film work. Like, it's a little vague, but I mean, I get what that means, right? I need to get out there more. So I think they pretty much, across the board, people know what they want and can articulate that in some way or another. Some people are very specific about it, and that's always even more helpful. Like, I want to direct a film. I've never done that before, so that's a very easy thing to come up with a strategy for. It might not be easy to execute, but to come up with the idea for, and then, well, that's how we're going to solve that.
Do you find that when people voice their wants, needs, dreams, whatever you want to call it, fame, money, success, notoriety, like, is it any one of those things? Is it a combination of all those things? Does it matter? Does it matter from person to person as to what it really is?
Oh yeah, I think we all have our own ideas of what's important to us. For some people it might be they want to make money. For some people it might be they want to leave a legacy of art behind. Some people might be about influence and fame. Everybody is different. I don't think I can categorize any particular person being one way or the other. It's very much individual what people seek.
And do those goals matter to you, as far as if someone, I just want to get rich, or I want to do this to make a difference in the world, or I need to leave a legacy? Is there ultimate motivation? Does that matter to you?
No, the thing that most mattered to me, again, was just, did I feel like they were talented enough, and could I work with them? Did I care about them as people?
Okay, I'm going to fast forward 2 years, 2018.
2018.
The Academy Awards are read, and Karen's film is nominated.
Yes.
What does that feel like?
That's going to feel pretty great.
Do you have to win the award?
No.
Is the nomination
No,
enough?
I think the nomination would be spectacular. I mean, what that does exactly what I could have hoped, and that is it puts her on the map as a film director in a big, big, big way, and it's going to get her work. Talk about doing something to actively jumpstart your career. Doing this one project, if it leads to something like an Academy Award nomination for Best Short Film, that's going to happen, and all of a sudden people are going to start knocking on her door and asking her to do projects, and then there it is. My job becomes pretty easy there, right? I don't even have to do that much. Just take phone calls instead of making phone calls.
You'll have people.
Yeah, I'll have people, right?
Is there one film festival that you want to target more than any others?
I'm basing it on where Karen's excitement level is, and Sundance is, I think, the top of her list. Mm-hmm. I think she thinks if we do well there that we're in really good shape, and that's the very first one. That's the first deadline, which is, I think, September 23rd, and then everything else lines up after that.